Okay, everyone needs to get a marker. You're going to draw your lines of reflection with your marker. Not during notes. Oh. Picture. Sorry for throwing a marker at you with no warning, Seth. No warning at all. I just threw a marker at him. I did. I tossed it. I didn't say heads up or anything. Okay, I'm going to graph mine. Hopefully yours looks the same as mine. H is -3, -4. I is -3, -2. 0, -2. Okay. Cody, what does it say the line of reflection is? X equals 1. All right, there's something that's kind of confusing. If I say x equals 1, it looks like this. If I tell you that the axis of symmetry is just the x-axis, it goes the other way. So there's something kind of confusing about this concept. So here's how I think about it. If it says that the line of reflection is x equals 1, I'm going to go to where x equals 1. So use your marker for this part. Where else does x equal 1? That's what I ask myself. So I'm going to do my line of reflection straight down here. Oh, I cannot draw straight lines. Now, we're just going to use the reflecting method one dot at a time. So watch up front while I do my reflection, and then you can do your own. I'm going to focus on this vertex. It's 1 away from the line of reflection, so I'm going to do 1 on the other side. This point is 1 to the left, so I'm going to reflect it 1 to the right. This point here is 1, 2, 3, 4 away, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 away on the other side. And this one I can just see that it's 2 spaces down. So, excuse me, when you have a horizontal or a vertical line of reflection, you use counting the boxes. Count the boxes, count the boxes. Oh, I didn't label my vertices. You better catch up. That -3, -2 is I, H. So H prime, I prime, J prime, K prime. You should always label your, if it says to label your image, you should always label them with primes, yes? Okay, Carter Wilkerson, what was your H prime vertices, or excuse me, ordered pair? Did I say your name? Carter Pitcher, sorry. I probably did say your name. For H prime? What did you get for I prime? J prime? And K prime? I got a 0, -3. Did I do something wrong? Is it right here? Oh, okay. Will you double check 0, -3? Okay. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Okay, go ahead and graph Q, R, S, T. Apparently you should label them. I did not. That made it very hard to do the next part. So be careful on this one with where is your reflection line? It says it's the y-axis. Oh, yours says X? Oh, let me change mine then. We probably want ours to say the same thing. Good, so 1, -4. 3, -1. 4, -2. 1, -5. This is a hot dog? This looks like nothing to me. Maylee, where's the x-axis? If the line of reflection is the whole entire x-axis, where is that one? Yep, so the y-axis is the up and down axis, and the x-axis is the side-to-side one. And now, like I said, we are going to use these counting methods. So I'll start with R. R is 1 away from the line of reflection. I'm going to go 1 to the other side and label it R prime. S here is 1, 2, 3 from the line of reflection, so I'll do 1, 2, 3 in the other direction. So finish those last 2 points, just count or use reference points like, oh, it's 1 away from this other dot or something like that. Good. Good. Yes. All right, it looks like we're getting it. We're definitely not perfectionists. You are. Some of you are using rulers. Did you get it? Oh, are they? When you have the x-axis? Sir Carter was noticing when he made his ordered pairs for his prime figure, oh, which I didn't finish. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Question? My S's? Where should it be? 4, -2. Oh, I went too far down on my original figure. Thank you. Oh, I erased a whole lot more than I meant to. So that one's too high. That one's too high. I think I erased T also. Carter Wilkerson was mentioning as he was writing down his new ordered pairs, he noticed a pattern that they were just the opposite signs, you said? So still 1 and 4, but -1 and +4. So that must be a pattern when you reflect over the x-axis. That was not true up above. That's not true? Oh, they're all positive? Go away box. Okay, so let's try this. Q prime is 1, 4. Oh, everything just goes positive. I see what you're saying. So 3, 1 is R. 4, 2. Maybe that's what he meant. I just didn't hear him correctly. So that's a cool observation because then you don't have to look back at your picture so many times. So maybe you can write yourself a little note here. If this ever happens, if you're reflecting over your x-axis, that your y values, I guess it depends. If your picture starts up here and it reflects down, then it'll be a different pattern. But okay, on the other side, we have a little bit tougher reflections. So please take your marker and circle y = x, and then reinforce that line with your marker. And then on the next one, circle the y = -x, and reinforce that reflective line with your Crayola marker that I gave you. Now, I don't think I can do it on the board, but when I do these, I like to turn my paper so that the line of reflection is directly up and down. It makes these ones easier to count. So looking at this one, I'm going to look at specifically point B here. If you guys will look up for a minute, I'm going to show you my suggestion for how to do these ones with a diagonal line of reflection. So can I have your eyes on the board? Kimball, will you look up? Ethan? Gabe? Sawyer? Dax? Carter? Do I need to say everyone's name? Okay, so if I'm here, I'm not counting boxes, I'm counting a diagonal. Do you see how it's a single diagonal away from the line of reflection? So to reflect it, I go one more diagonal over this direction. And sometimes it's halves, like that's one away, 1, 2, 3 away, 1, 2, 3 away. So I think with my pencil or my finger, I would normally just drag it. I wouldn't do all those lines. So let's look down to the next one, see if we can figure this one out. Please draw your line of reflection. Where does y equal x? So if I were you, I would take your paper and turn it so that your line of reflection is going exactly up and down. It makes this so much easier. So I'm looking at x. I'm going straight across the diagonal, like the hypotenuse. It's 1.5. So I know another half and 1, and here's going to be my x prime. So don't try to go over and just go diagonal. So v, it looks like it's 1, 2 away. So I will go 1, 2 away on the other side. W, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. If you turn your paper diagonal so that your line of reflection is straight up and down, you can see it better than when it's tilted like this. All right, let's do one more. Let's make our line where y equals negative x. It's going that other direction. So once again, I'll start with T. Turn your paper, I would suggest. It makes it easier. Count diagonal. So from one corner to corner is 1 space away. So I go 1 space on the other side. It's hard not to follow the line, but go diagonal. So was that a Q? Q is 1, 2, 3 away. So I go 1, 2, 3 away on the other side. Okay, try to finish that one. When you get done with the next 3, 2, 3, and 4, raise your hand. I can come check them off and give you your homework paper.